Good evening and welcome to George Daniel Field. In a few minutes we're going to start commencement exercises for Lorain High School's class of 1992. But before we begin, I'd like to introduce you to our superintendent, Tom Bolin. Hello, it's a nice night.
It is gorgeous. I wish everyone were here with us. The stands are full, the sun is out, and we hope as the votes are being counted, this turns out to be a great day for Lorain City Schools. Meanwhile, we know it's a great day for the graduates of Lorain High School.
Absolutely. You know, we've talked so much about money in the last year. We forget that there are a lot of really good things that have also happened here in the schools. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about that?
Well, I want to share some of it each night so that they don't have to listen to everything being the same night after night. And as a matter of fact, I'll start with something that has to do with money. Of interest to you all should be that Lorain High School's class this year, along with the classes of Admiral King and Southview, have brought in, for personal development of these kids, scholarships of close to $1.4 million.
That's great.
Now, I think that says something great for the kids, it says something great for their families who are helping them to be successful, and it says something good for what goes on in class, or they might not be able to get those scholarships.
Right.
Two of our kids are National Merit Scholars.
Oh, that's great.
One who gets her diploma tonight is Katie Whittington, and at Admiral King's graduation on Thursday night is Tony Davis. So we're very proud of those kids. They're recognized nationally, and I think we can be proud of a whole lot of kids in Lorain City Schools, especially tonight.
A lot of nice kids to be really proud of here tonight. You're right.
That's the truth.
Thanks, Mr. Bolin.
All righty.
And now let's go to commencement exercises.
class of 1992 may be seated. Thank you. Good evening, graduates, mothers, fathers, grandparents, other family, and friends of graduates. My name is Paul Sink, and I'm the principal of Lorain High School. This is the 113th commencement ceremony of Lorain High School. It is truly significant to take part in a ceremony which has a long and distinctive tradition of sending graduates into post-high school experiences. Our graduates and their parents have worked to make this day a memorable event. Although it is a joyous time, we ask that you treat this ceremony with the dignity and respect it deserves. Please stay in your seats during the entire ceremony. A professional photographer will take a picture of your graduate as he or she is greeted by the superintendent on the ramp. It is now my pleasure to introduce Reverend David Wheeler, pastor of the First Congregational Church, to deliver the invocation. Will everyone please stand and remain standing through the playing of the alma mater? Thank you.
Let us pray. Come, O holy God, and bless us gathered here to recognize the 1992 class of Lorain High School graduates. We give thanks for public schools and their role in nurturing our young. We give thanks for teachers who love learning and who labor to transform information into wisdom. We give thanks for the families of these sons and daughters whose love and care have provided the foundation they have needed, whose hopes and dreams are given to this new generation. And most of all, we give thanks for these students who have awakened to the power of education in their lives and now stand at the beginning of larger and deeper endeavors. Bless this important passage in their lives. Bless their accomplishments and new beginnings. Bless their memories of the days they have spent in Lorain High. Bless their futures so they will have the chance to be all they can be and become all you would have them be. Bless their values so that through them the day may come when all people will enjoy plenty and will sit down at one table of equality and justice and peace. With different names but in the same spirit we pray to you, O God. Amen.
Mr. Singh gets the class again, and then alma mater. Come on. Well, he's not going to announce it.
Now the alma mater will be played by Lorain High School Band, directed by Mr. Thomas Tucker. Thank you. You may be seated. Even though your program calls for the announcement of honor graduates, before doing that, I would like to introduce the Board of Education members and other school personnel in attendance to join you in honoring the class of 1992. You may hold your applause until the entire group is introduced. Edward Siniger, Vice President, Board of Education. Ann Jensen, member of the Board of Education. Ken Kramer, member of the Board of Education. Jack Kirchner, member of the Board of Education. Mr. Kingsley, assistant principal. Miss Reed, assistant principal. Counselors, Mrs. Hune, Mrs. Noland, Mr. Brownson, and Mr. Hardman. Mary Schultz, treasurer. Again, Reverend David Wheeler. Wendy Langendorfer, public relations. Dr. Judy Duchesne, magnet director. Dr. James Buford, director of pupil personnel. Mr. Doug Beckler, business manager. Mr. Jerry Kordelsky, curriculum and instruction. Mr. Nicholas Hutlock, human resources. Dr. Irma Hansen. Houston Love. You may now applaud for those folks. In addition, I think it's appropriate to introduce our class officers who have served this class well this year, leading the fundraisers and various activities they have been involved in. Class President Robert Chris, Vice President Zaida Perez, Treasurer Latrice Bryant, Secretary Alicia Evans. You may stand, all of you officers. Thank you very much. Many of our students have begun serving their school in many ways a long time ago. They entered the school as industrious young people and have proven to be just that. Records are kept over their entire senior experience as to the service that they provide to the school to assist in representing the school and helping out. It's quite an honor. There's a long tradition of recognizing the top 5% of a graduating class for their service to the high school. Their names will be engraved upon a plaque and join the probably thousands of names that are already on the walls at Lorain High School. I'll ask each of these students to stand, remain standing. I will call them in reverse order from a very lofty position of 11th in the graduating class, which is quite good, up to first. Ranking 11th in service, Desmond Mitchell. Ranking 10th, Deborah Amato. Ninth, Kimberly Findley. Eighth, Lisa Tremontana. Seventh, Amy Rufo. Sixth, Tina Flynn. Fifth, Michael Uhas. Fourth, Daniel Skimman. Third, Dana Manillo. Second, Catherine Whittington. And ranking number 1 in service to the school, Jennifer Rakar. I would like to personally thank these students that were involved in the leadership of many of the activities at Lorain High School. I know that many of our graduates were very actively involved, but in the calculation, these were the top 5%. Congratulations, you may have a seat. And just as prestigious, if perhaps maybe a little bit more so, because it has to do with the academic ranking in the school. Again, a long tradition stands of recognizing the top 5% of a graduating class. These students do not know where they rank at this time, except for the first two that led the class in, and we wanted to involve them in the commencement exercise so that they knew they were number 1 and number 2, but they will be introduced. Starting with number 11, the honor academic graduates, Heather McMichael. Each of the honor graduates will receive their honor cords and an academic letter. Number 10, Daniel Skimmon. Number 9, Carrie Pisker. Number 8, Jennifer Rakar. Number 7, Danny Grimes. Number 6, Angela Berkey. Number 5, Joseph George. Number 4, Tad Molas. Number 3, Catherine Whittington. I might also add that Catherine Whittington has distinguished herself as a National Merit Scholar. Number 2, Kristen DeBracy. And number 1, after 4 long and hard years, Mr. Gilbert Palmer. Number 1. I would like to lead you in a collective big round of applause for all of these very distinguished graduates. You honor graduates bring a lot of distinction and honor to your school and your graduation as you leave. Just as it is a real honor for me to read the names, the guidance counselors that have worked with you for 4 years to help you along the way, consider it a real honor to put those honor cords around your neck and give you your academic letter. Thank you very much for all that you've done. Please have a seat. We feel it's very important to recognize scholarship, and so many of our students have done well to where they have been recognized by colleges in this area and outside of this area. They have been offered scholarships, and we think you should know about it. I will read them in alphabetic order and give you the name of the student and the scholarship that they will be, the scholarship or scholarships they will be receiving. Debbie Amato, Academic Scholarship Game Scholar, Anthony B. Thomas Scholarship, and a Dusendon Scholarship. Linda Bailey, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Nakia Bankhead, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Stacy Bearden, Presidential Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Monica Bennett. Full tuition athletic scholarship to Kent State University. Angela Berkey. Lorain Foundation Scholarship, the Community Foundation of Greater Lorain County Scholarship, and a scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Teresa Bojo. Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Latrice Bryant. Presidential Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Jennifer Buchanan. Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Jennifer Kane. Dr. J. Lozier Scholarship, W. O. Larson Scholarship, Lorain Foundation Scholarship, Anthony V. Thomas Scholarship, and Trustee Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Robert Chris. Robert Chris has a Trustee Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Tammy Cromwell. Lorain Youth Foundation Scholarship. Christian DeBracy. Lorain Foundation Scholarship, Alfred Lozier Memorial Scholarship, Lorain Branch of the University Women Scholarship, one of the local Leibowitz Scholarships, and a Boston University Academic Merit Scholarship where she will attend. Lonnie Dolan, the Dusendon Scholarship. Darren Flowers, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Tina Flynn, Presidential Scholarship to Lorain County Community College, also the Anthony V. Thomas Scholarship. Cynthia Garcia, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Joseph George, the Maston Full Tuition Memorial Scholarship to Heidelberg College. Janine Goodell, a Johnson and Wales Scholarship and a scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Danny Grimes, Trustee Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Christina Gwynn, Ohio State University Full Tuition Minority Scholars Program for Academic Excellence. Constance Harris, Presidential Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Jessica Ivan, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Selena Jacinto, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Rochelle Kilgore, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Rebecca Leatherberry, Dusendon Scholarship. April Linden, a 3-year scholarship to Hawking Technology and a T.H. Henry Stevens Scholarship for that school also. Dana Manillo, Presidential Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Leslie Martinez, Hispanic Award Scholarship and a scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Heather McMichael, Presidential Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Desmond Mitchell, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College, Lozier Scholarship, and a Summer Study Scholarship to Bowling Green State University. Gilbert Palmer, Youth Foundation Scholarship, Honors Scholarship, Valedictorian Scholarship to Youngstown University, where he will be attending. Carrie Pisker, Lorain Foundation Scholarship, Presidential Scholarship to Lorain County Community College, and Elyria Businesswomen Scholarship. Jennifer Rakar, Presidential Scholarship to Lorain County Community College, Lozier Scholarship, 92 American Business Women Scholarship, and the Anthony V. Thomas Scholarship. Yvette Rivera, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Melixa Rivera, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Alan Robinson, Presidential Scholarship to Bluffton College. Jose Rosario, Presidential Scholarship to Baldwin Wallace. Angie Sanchez, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Daniel Skimmin, Academic scholarship to Heidelberg, where he will attend the Lozier Scholarship, the Anthony B. Thomas Scholarship, and the Orrin Finley Scholarship. Michelle Swidnowski, Presidential Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Lisa Tramontana, Anthony V. Thomas Scholarship, Alfred Lozier Memorial Scholarship. Jeff Whitaker, Scholarship to Lorain County Community College. Jerry White, Ohio State University Full Tuition Minority Scholarship for Academic Excellence. Catherine Whittington, Academic Scholarship for National Merit Scholars to the University of Toledo, where she will attend, of course, and the State of Ohio Academic Scholarship. Michael Uhas, Westminster's Trustee Scholarship, also the Lorain Foundation Scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, in front of you stands a group of people that will be going to school, and the cumulative amount of the value of their scholarships which they will be receiving totals in excess of $435,000. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Graduates, you may be seated. Thank you. And I would just like to say thank you very much, Lorain County Community College. You really give our graduates an opportunity to get a good start with a good education in a post-secondary way. Thank you, Lorain County Community College. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to introduce the superintendent to share a few words with you and introduce the class speakers. Mr. Bolin has been the superintendent of Lorain City Schools for the past 2.5 years and served in several capacities for Toledo City Schools for many years as teacher, principal, central office administrator, and assistant superintendent. He brings a wealth of experience and ideas to our city to benefit children of all ages. Please join me in greeting Mr. Thomas Bolin, Superintendent, Lorain City Schools.
Thank you, Mr. Sink. It's a real pleasure to stand before the Lorain High School's class of 1992 tonight to give you a great send-off to a new life. I'm proud of the accomplishments of this year's students, and I know you already know that the scholarship numbers are high, but for the school district at large, for all 3 high schools, we brought home more than $1.4 million in scholarships by these young people. This is an occasion for celebration. I've thought a lot about what message I want to leave you with in the brief time I have, and I finally decided that what I wish for you all, wherever you go, whatever you do, is to live life to the fullest. Too often, all of us, myself included, get caught up in the daily petty annoyances and forget to celebrate life. For centuries, writers have expressed this idea. Writers ranging from Henry David Thoreau to the mystery writer of our time, Agatha Christie. When Thoreau adventured into the woods near Walden Pond, he said, "He did it because he wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, to discover that I had not lived." Agatha Christie expressed her joy of living with the words, "I like living. I've sometimes been wildly, despairingly, acutely miserable, racked with sorrow, but through it all I still know quite certainly that just to be alive is a grand thing." Well, I could cite quotations about life to you all night, but luckily for you I won't. Instead, let me share with you a few thoughts from a little book called Life's Little Instruction Book by H. Jackson Brown, and I dare say some of you may get this as a graduation present. The ideas are very appropriate for you because Mr. Brown wrote the book to help his son begin his life as a college freshman. Here are just a few words of advice that I especially liked. Say please and thank you, and say them a lot. Buy whatever kids are selling on card tables in their front yards. Once in your life, own a convertible. Never refuse homemade brownies. Never give up on anybody. Miracles happen every day. Surprise those you love with little unexpected gifts. And stop blaming others. Take responsibility for every area of your own life. Refill ice cube trays. That must be appropriate. Make a habit to do nice things for people who will never find out you did them. Learn to listen. Opportunity sometimes knocks very softly. Never deprive someone of hope. It may be all they have. Strive for excellence, not perfection. Avoid negative people. Never give up on what you want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than the one with all the facts. And wear out, don't rust out. Measure people by the size of their hearts, not their bank accounts. Wave at children on school buses. Lie on your back and look at stars, and leave everything a little better than you found it. Understand that happiness is not based on possessions, power, or prestige, but on relationships with people you love and respect. My young friends, I wish you only good things. I wish you happiness and peace. And I wish you a long, long life to enjoy them. Congratulations, you're continuing on the fascinating journey we all call life. May the wind be always at your back. And now I'd like to introduce to you Dan Skimmon. Dan is 18 years old and is the son of Ned and Robbie Skimmon, who also happen both to be teachers at Lorain High School. The family resides on 10th Street in Lorain, and Dan plans to attend Heidelberg College this fall. Scholarships received include the Lozier Scholarship, the Heidelberg Academic Scholarship, the Orrin Finley Scholarship, and the Anthony V. Thomas Scholarship. Dan's career goal is to become a math teacher. His favorite class in school, I don't understand this, Dan, is gym. And Dan participated in basketball and soccer while he was a student at Lorain High School. Won't you help me welcome, please, Dan Skimmon.
Graduates, parents, Mr. Sink, Mr. Bolin, members of the school board, family, and friends. A familiar expression states that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It was 13 years ago when we, the LHS class of 1992, started our long and eventful journey that brought us to this day. At the age of 5, we started kindergarten. We had to stay in school for 3 hours. Although this doesn't seem long now, it was the first time many of us were away from our parents. Not very many of us will admit it, but the majority of us cried on that day. We left behind a comfortable, familiar world where we were protected to venture into a new world where we are left alone in a room full of strangers. We were unable to read, so the nice name tags we were given didn't help us much. Somehow, we did learn each other's names, and then progressed to the really difficult stuff. We had to learn to share, learn to count, learn our ABCs, and learn to follow directions. Once we had accomplished most of that, we were able to advance to the first grade. Then, every subsequent June, we got to advance another level. As I think back on the early years, it seemed like each year the same thoughts went through my mind. After first grade, I couldn't understand why we had to go on to second. I figured there wasn't anything else for us to learn. Then, in September, when school started again, I would get extremely annoyed when my new teacher found new things for us to learn. After finishing 6th grade, we left the now familiar surroundings of our elementary school for what seemed to be the extremely large junior high school. We found a new way of life. We moved from class to class, had different teachers every hour, had dances, had study halls. There were even field trips for gym class, choir, history, and from what they told me, there were field trips for the honor roll students too. As 8th graders, we were the biggest and most important people in our schools. This lasted until freshman orientation, when we realized we were again the newcomers. When high school finally started, we got to meet other kids from the other junior highs and the older kids who knew their way around, and a whole new group of teachers. It didn't take us long to learn our way around. Of course, we came late to class for a week or two, pretending to be lost. As freshmen, we discovered what a really large school was like. Not only did we have to learn math, science, history, and English, but we also learned that we had to select good friends and get along with people with different ideas. After our freshman years, we counted down until we became the big seniors. In our senior year, we had to make many decisions, including what we planned to do after high school. The service recruiters tried to steer us, our parents made recommendations, our teachers were helpful, and our friends made suggestions. But ultimately, we had to come to the final choice ourselves. Whatever our decision, we will once again become the newcomers. Now, after all the years of school, if we think back on all the accomplishments we've made, from leaving our parents for 3 hours to sharing with friends, from learning to count to learning to solve equations, and from the ABCs to reading Shakespeare, we will discover that we can accomplish even more as we leave now the familiar surroundings of Lorain High School. Thank you very much.
Gilbert A. Palmer, an 18-year-old, is the son of Robert and Janice Palmer. The family resides on East Erie Avenue, and Gil plans to attend Youngstown State University in a 6-year medical program. Gil received the Valedictorian Scholarship, Lorain County Community Foundation's Youth Scholarship. Gil's career goal is to become a medical doctor. His favorite class while attending school was, appropriately enough, physiology. Extracurricular activities and other special interests of Gil are president of the National Honor Society, a member of the Academic Challenge Team, a member of the golf team. He participated in the Ohio Mock Trial Competition and was head of sales and advertising for the Lorain High School yearbook. Won't you help me welcome Gil Palmer?
Can you hear me? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, administrators, Superintendent Bolin, school board members. I'm really happy to be here this evening talking to our class of seniors for 2 reasons. The first reason is because I am finally given the opportunity to speak to each of you, a tremendous privilege. The second reason is that I like talking to successful people, and each of you is successful because you're here tonight graduating from Lorain High School. The theme this evening is the present, our commencement. I have chosen this theme because the present is upon us, and what we do in the present determines our future. We cannot sit back and relax now. We have reached a point of commencement, and we must go forward. We have reached this point, earning our diplomas through our individual work ethic and desire for excellence. However, after this evening, many of you are going to enter into the world with much uncertainty about your future. And in a year from now, where will you be? So you must start now. You've got to think about your future. And when you think long enough, you will realize that the future starts today. That is why our graduation is called commencement. It means to begin. And we all begin in the present, because the present and what we do with it determines the future. Ladies and gentlemen, many doors are now opened up to us. Opportunities never before available become ours. Now we must begin to take advantage of these opportunities. To my senior class, I challenge you to be number one in whatever you pursue. You and I and the person sitting next to you are all good enough to be the best at something. You could be the best doctor, the best carpenter or lawyer, or the best mother and father this world has ever seen. The senior class of 1992 knows no limitations, and we will not settle for second best. We can shape the world. No, we're going to shape the world, because tomorrow is ours. Tonight we receive our keys that open the door to tomorrow. Let's unlock that door. Let's strive for excellence, no matter what facet of life we desire. Ladies and gentlemen, now in the present, we must continue to maintain an outstanding work ethic and we must also continue to strive for excellence. The time is now. Tomorrow will be here shortly, and the world will be ours to lead. Class, my speech is short, but my theme is forever. Let us commence. Let us begin. Thank you.
Robert E. Criss is 18 years old and is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Granville Criss of Lakeview Avenue in Lorain. Rob plans to attend LCCC for 2 years on a presidential scholarship and then will transfer to Louisiana Tech. Rob's career goals are to major in aeronautical engineering and then fly as a pilot for commercial airlines. Rob's favorite class while attending school was English. Extracurricular activities and other special interests include his being president of the senior class, a member of the National Honor Society, a member of the Senior Advisory Board, a 2-year varsity letterman in football. Won't you help me welcome Rob Criss?
Ladies and gentlemen, the song "We Didn't Start the Fire" by Billy Joel is ever so true, referring to the problems facing the world today. We are definitely a part of the flames that have engulfed the nation. Now the question is, are we going to sit back and watch it burn, or are we going to accept the challenge and contribute to the change that needs to be met for the betterment of our future? What exactly am I referring to? Problems currently at hand that must be dealt with in our future, such as how much racism is still grasping our nation, how many politicians are actually trusted by the American society, what problems do we face with the economy, and how much longer will the environment in which we live endure the harmful effects of the human being? It seems that we are commencing at a most inopportune time, but, fellow classmates, it's time to make the change, and we are the people who can do it because we are the future. William Faulkner said it best when he stated, "I decline to accept the end of man. I believe that man will not merely endure, he will prevail, because he has a soul, a spirit capable of compassion and sacrifice and endurance." In the first part of that quote, Faulkner tells us that we don't have to sit back and bear whatever is thrown our way. We can prevail. God has given man the power of logic, the ability to reason, and the promise that he would never put any more on us than we can bear. How do we find the strength to prevail? By finding our soul, an entity regarded as being the immortal or spiritual part of the person that is credited with the functions of thinking and willing, and hence determining all behavior, in which we will find compassion for our fellow man no matter what his background ethnic may be, in which we will find the will to sacrifice in order to help others, and also where we will find the endurance to prevail. We, the class of '92, have and need individual goals in our lives. But let us not forget about God nor the words of Faulkner as we pursue our own individual dreams. And may the Lord bless you and keep you in that pursuit. And now, I present to you the Lorain High School graduating class of 1992.
Thank you, Dan, Gil, and Rob. It's always a pleasure to hear these young people as they speak to not only their class, but their friends and relatives in the audience. Sometimes you think there is no hope. I think there is a continual reminder that there is hope. And these young folks display just that. I would like to at this time introduce Mr. Kenneth Kramer. Mr. Kramer is a member of the Lorain City Board of Education. He's a lifelong resident of Lorain and very loyal to all the children in Lorain City schools. It is a pleasure to work for and with such dedicated people from the community. Mr. Kramer.
Graduation. It's finally here.
did you really believe you make it and be sitting here in front of all your family and friends? Feels good, doesn't it? 13 years of education finally comes to an end for you with Lorain City Schools. All of us, parents, teachers, friends, board members, and the community want you to succeed. Be proud of who you are and where you come from. Go out and show the world that you can be one of the best. Expect to make mistakes. Expect to stumble along the way, but learn from those mistakes. Pick yourself up when you stumble. Remember the old saying, people who do not make mistakes aren't doing anything. Tonight, when all these festivities are over and you're thinking back over the evening, take a moment to seek out that special person in your life who helped to encourage you, who gave you that extra push, who listened to you when you really needed to talk, who was just there for you. And yes, even who yelled at you. Take a moment and thank them. Give them a hug, shake their hands. Just those two little words, thank you, will let that special person, someone know that you cares. Good luck. Keep a part of Lorain in your memories and in your heart. Remember, you can always come home. You matter to us and you always will. Good luck and God bless each and every one of you.
Mr. Kramer, Mrs. Anderson, members of the board, Mr. Bolin, parents, relatives, and friends, and distinguished guests. I now have the privilege to read the roll call of the 1992 graduates. Before doing so, I wish to assure you that all names to be read have met the state and local requirements for graduation from high school. They have the required number of credits and majors and minors to qualify to be part of this ceremony. This is a major accomplishment in their life, and I am proud to see them take a step which will lead to many other significant events in their lives. I challenge this class to work to their abilities and make this world a better place in which to live. Speaking for the faculty, many of which are around in this field, and staff, I want the graduates to know that we wish them success in the future. Again, I remind you that we would like to go through. We want every name to be heard, and we want to recognize each graduate in the appropriate way. Starting the roll call. Kareem Amor Abston. Jonathan Michael Adams. Joseph Anthony Adorno. Deborah Ann Amato. Terry Lusan Ammons. Vonda Lynette Andres. Mark Allen Andrews. Tanisha L. Ashley. Christy Ann Babbage. Robert Babbix. Linda Bailey. Sherry Louise Balski. Nakia Joy Bankhead. Colette Rochelle Barter. Jessica Susan Bay. Stacy L. Bearden. Monica Lynette Bennett. Angela Marie Berkey. Hope Claire Bernhardt. Brian T. Bury. Jennifer Lynn Bury. Melissa M. Blinko. Sherry Marie Bobrowski. Mark Anthony Bodie. Jeannie M. Bodnar. Teresa Ann Bojo. Darla Marie Bolyard. Erie Brisby. Andrew D. Brodka. Andrea D. Brodka. Thomas Richard Bronish. Latrice Louise Bryant. Jennifer Lynn Buchanan. Isaac Butler. Tammy Lee Bird. Jennifer Kane. LaShonda Nicole Carter. Larry N. Carver. Wendy Castleman. Karen Marie Salozzi. Kimberly Ann Clark. Jeremy John Klickner. Virtue Renee Conrad. Daniel Paul Cowick. Cynthia Ann Crawford. Robert E. Chris. Tammy Lynn Cromwell. Lakeisha Danielle Davis. Stefan Dorian Davis. Christian Patricia DeBracy. Valerie Ann Dietrich. Lonnie Dolan. Michelle Lynn Dorsey. Brandy Lee Dugan. Michelle Lynn Eckenrode. Charla Marie Edgel. Brandy Christine Eichenlaub. Robert A. Espitia. Step up. Alicia Marie Evans. Rose M. Feckick. Kimberly Sue Findley. Darren Flowers. Tina Nicole Flynn. Kristen Joy Forbes. Carly Gabrielle Fawkes. Charles D. Frizzell. Nicole Marie Fry. Cynthia R. Garcia. Joseph William George. Tyjira Lynn Gibson. Brian J. Gillis. Stacy N. Gillespie. Angela Gloria Gonzalez. Janine Lynn Goodell. Danny E. Grimes. Julia Ann Grimm. Christina A. Gwynn. Veronica Gutierrez. David L. Hall. Scott Allen Hammonds. Thomas M. Harkless. Constance Lachey Harris. Frederick B. Haynes. Michelle D. Henthorn. Danielle Tuesday Hill. Frank Holliday. Greg Huff. Shelley Jean Hyde. Jessica Jean Ivan. Selena Olivia Jacinto. Joanne Jarrett. Timothy Yolanda Jules. Samuel Johnson. Peggy L. Kelly. Nadine Marie Kennedy. Rochelle Janae Kilgore. Kimberly Lynn King. Walter C. Claimer. Adam Klingshern. Mark Anthony Klingshern. Stephanie Kathleen Cozy. Tracy Ann Kiryanovich. Misty Gail Kurtz. Yolanda Lendra Larsosa. Robert Keith Ledbetter Jr. Rebecca Diane Leatherberry. April Cecilia Linder. Jason Robert Linkus. Teresa Marie Little. Stacy Andre Littlejohn. Alicia A. Logar. Veronica Christine Lopez. Dana Marie Manillo. Tamara Renee Martin. Angela Marie Martinez. Leslie N. Martinez. Maureen McBennett. Michael McBennett. Damon I. McCall. Adam John McDermott. Tracy Ann Mackay. Again, Tracy Ann Mackay. Heather Ann McMichael. Melinda Mendez. Carrie Lynn Mahalik. Aaron L. Miller, Bernadette L. Miller, Daniel Matthew Miller, Desmond Raphael Mitchell, Tad James Mullis, Jose Solomon Muniz, Kathleen R. Murphy, Christopher M. Murphy, Christy Ann Neighbor, Stephen G. Nemec, Lisa Marie Nemeth, Jose E. Ocasio, Justin J. Ortiz, Gilbert Arthur Palmer, David A. Parker, Zaida Evelise Perez, Anthony Lee Phillips, Carla Michelle Pickering, Carrie Marie Pisker, Michelle Lynn Pruchnicki, Jennifer Lee Rakar, Jocelyn Ramos, John Rector, Elizabeth Rose Rigsby, Allison Marie Riley, Yvette M. Rivera, Melixa Beatriz Rivera, Yvette Rivera, Patricia Joe Roberts, Alan A. Robinson, Sheila Lachelle Robinson, Veronica LaShawn Robinson, Lourdes Rodriguez, Vince Edward Rogers, Jose A. Rosario, Jamal L. Ross, Amy Lynn Rufo, Paul Louis Salva, Angela Maria Sanchez, Karen Alicia Sanders, Charles L. Schaefer, Jennifer Lynn Schmidt, Rebecca M. Shu, Christine A. Sepulveda, Daniel J. Skimman, Dale Anthony Sloz, Laura Marie Smith, Todd M. Sneezik, Mary Martha Somerville, Holly Lynn Spear, Jessica Lynn Sperry, Tony R. Stamidi, Tom Starr, Joseph Allen Stever, Matthew Francis Strouser, Michael Frederick Strouser, Michelle Lynn Swietnowski, Kimberly A. Zekeli, Leola Denise Tate, Amy Heather Thompson, Joseph Robert Koch, Angie Marie Toledo, Betsaida Toledo. Lisa M. Tramontana. Alfred A. Hughes. Carlos Alberto Velasquez. Adam Vincenz.
Is it Tawana?
Tawana Wade. Dina Marie Warner. Benjamin David Weber. Jeffrey B. Whitaker. Jerry L. White. Catherine Marie Whittington. Wendy Beth Wicker. Craig M. Williams. Alicia Wilson. Robin Denise Winland. Brent Allen Woodell. Michael A. Uhas. Linda Marie Zajac. Rodney R. Zigman. At this time, the president of the senior class will lead the class in crossing their tassel.
Watch when you throw them.
Look out. All right, will everyone, all the graduates, get ready for the benediction.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to have your attention. I would like to again introduce Reverend David Wheeler for the benediction. Following graduates, following the benediction, the recitational will begin. Congratulations.
Young friends, be proud, be bold, stay young, live your values, hold fast to your dreams, trust in God, and go in peace. Amen.
Concludes commencement ceremonies here at George Daniel Field. Please join us again tomorrow for graduation for Southview, 7 o'clock, George Daniel, here on Channel 36. Good night.
This is Lorain City Schools Television, WLCS TV 36.